I suppose, like most people, the question never crossed my mind who paid for Clarence Thomas's motorhome. But as soon as you hear the question now, you know the answer. A rich friend of Clarence Thomas. And this time, at least, the friend is a real friend, not a Republican billionaire who decided to purchase proximity to and influence with a Supreme Court justice. Anthony Walters actually met Clarence Thomas when they were both relatively young black men working on the Republican side of the United States Senate. Mr. Walters worked for the liberal Republican senator from New York, Jacob Javits, back in the day when there were still some liberal Republicans. Mr. Walters went on to become a hugely rich businessman, a political contributor to President Obama, and his wife became President Obama's ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago. Here is a 60 Minutes segment from 2007 with Clarence Thomas discussing everything about his very expensive motorhome, except who paid for it.
What kind of an engine's this got in it?
This has got an 8V92 Detroit diesel. It's got an 8V92.
One of his passions is this 40-foot-long motorhome that he and his wife use to explore the United States in their downtime. The U.S. Marshals who protect Justice Thomas wouldn't let us show you the outside of it for security reasons, since he's been known to put up overnight in Walmart parking lots.
You find this relaxing?
Oh, yeah. It's away from the sort of the meanness that you see in Washington, and you get here with just the regular folks, and it's so pleasant.
The New York Times reports Anthony Walters loaned Clarence Thomas the money to purchase the $267,000 motorhome, and that Mr. Walters told the Times that the loan was eventually, quote, satisfied. Mr. Walters did not clarify whether that means Clarence Thomas actually paid off the loan in full. Clarence Thomas and Mr. Walters have refused to provide any documentation of the loan, which could in fact be a gift, which could carry a significant tax burden that Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas could be willfully and criminally evading. Joining us now is Democratic Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island. He's a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee and chair of the Subcommittee on Federal Courts. He's also the host of the podcast Making the Case. Senator Whitehouse, I'm searching your face for surprise tonight that Clarence Thomas got some help paying for the motorhome.
Yeah, this is now such a part of a pattern with Justice Alito and Justice Thomas getting things unreported from wealthy friends. As you said, it does look like this individual was an actual friend, unlike some of the right-wing billionaires. But we're thrown right away into the problem of this was never reported. And when you ask questions to find out whether or not it should have been reported, was the loan forgiven or was the loan paid off? Really basic questions like that, you cannot get a straight answer from anybody. And it's the same with Justice Alito and Leonard Leo and the Alaska fishing trip, and it's the same with the circumstances of the Indonesia vacations. Both of them have their ethics filings on hold while they try to, work through this, I guess, and figure out what they need to report and what they need to update. But it's really different than every other court in the country. It's different than ethics officials would require of executive branch folks or legislative branch folks. You simply don't get away with not revealing what the facts are when there's a question about the propriety of what you're up to in a significant government job.
And on the question of how much, if any, of the $267,000 did Clarence Thomas pay back, it becomes a very serious income tax question for Clarence Thomas if the answer is anything other than, I paid it back in full.
Correct. There are tax issues here. There are reporting issues here. There are ethics issues here. And none of these issues are addressed by the stone wall of silence that has fallen around this court and its propensity for gifts from rich people.
And, Mr. Walters is in one position here where he at least talked to the New York Times and acknowledged some information to them. Clarence Thomas, absolutely zero. And it is within Clarence Thomas's power tonight to disclose everything about that loan and how he got that motorhome.
Yeah, and it's the exact same thing when there were questions about whether he should have recused himself in the January 6th case. Very simple answer to that question based on the fact of what he knew about his wife's insurrection activities and when he knew it. And he has not answered that question yet either, even after months and months of people poking at those facts and trying to figure out what went on. It simply is not appropriate for senior officials, particularly justices, to refuse to answer basic questions about whether they're following the law.
And speaking of recusal, Justice Thomas did recuse himself twice in cases that could involve Mr. Welter's interests, which is the proper thing to do. He never gave a reason why. Yep. And so this one is probably not about undue influence on a Supreme Court justice. They really are old friends. But it is about honest financial reporting by a Supreme Court justice and tax compliance, obeying the law, the tax law.
That's right. This does not have the overtones of improper influence of the right-wing billionaires squiring around Alito and Thomas in the company of Leonard Leo, the billionaire's court fixer. This is a different thing, but it plays right into the problem of people not telling the truth about what actually went on so that the public can be satisfied that he complies with the tax laws, he complies with the ethics laws, and he complies with the disclosure laws. There's not even an effort to make a disclosure. It's just omerta.
Senator Sheldon Whitehouse, Rachel referred to you as banging your head against the wall on this subject for years now. We thank you for that effort. You have brought light to this in a way that no one else has. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.